This is a course on positive behavioral supports, which is a requirement for the special education teacher education credential. The standards come from the Commission on Teacher Credentialing, and those standards are based on California Ed Code and federal special education legislation. This is the first time I tried parts of this class without the use of a textbook, and next time I teach this for the next cohort, I don't think I will need a textbook at all, because the benefits clearly outweigh the use of even the best, most current text out there. And that is that the material that's available online comes directly from the U.S. Department of Education from their technical assistant projects. Much of the material is actually interactive, so classroom assessments can be done interactively by a candidate. Also through the use of e-reserves through Blackboard, the candidates, of course, can have access to the most current articles out there. These days, also many protocols for such as sensory inventories and functional analysis assessment interview protocols are available online, so those do not have to be purchased. But I think the biggest value that I found as a teacher in this particular class is that by having access to these online technical assistance sites and interactive sites, the candidates actually build the use of these sites and the current information into their repertoires as professionals, and therefore make it a habit to see current information. So this is just an example of the content of this class, of what candidates have to demonstrate to master in order to be highly qualified in positive behavioral supports. So it goes from knowing the legal framework to demonstrating mastery of certain data collection procedures, writing functional behavioral assessment reports, and developing support plans. Just as a list of various sites that are available from the Technical Assistance Center with OSEP, Office of Special Education Programs, there are sites and question-answer formats for various components of the law, assessments, environmental assessments, protocols. There's an interview protocol, sensory inventory, and supplementing those with the use of e-reserves really ends up providing a very well-rounded current set of materials for the candidates. Here's an example from the Positive Behavioral Intervention Supports Technical Assistance Center within Office of Special Ed Programs within the U.S. Department of Education to enable the teachers, and in our case the candidates, to assess whether the classroom environment has the foundations for being effective in terms of promoting engagement and learning and positive interactions among students as well as between teacher and students. For example, whether the environment is effectively designed. And here are some critical features to consider, and then provided are examples from an elementary classroom and then middle school, high school, as well as non-examples for self-assessment. Another one here would be to assess routines and whether the routines are set up so that they promote smooth flow of activities, transitions, that students know what's expected of them, again, then with examples. In summary, using current interactive technical assistance materials from the U.S. Department of Education allows the candidates to not only be aware of the latest current regulatory and best practice material out there, but also allows them to become active, lifelong learners in accessing material directly from where then local policies are developed.